I'm going through these charges, and they're not. This is a clear, intentional death threat towards me. Never.
What up? It's about Same Flame Entertainment with the latest news and reviews, like all the time, every second, every minute, every hour, every day. So as I see the title, as I see the thumbnail, y'all know we're heading out with this one and what's on the news menu. And what's on the news menu today, we are here today to talk about Christmas list. So Chris blasted fake news, traditional media in Trinidad for trying to instigate and set up his life with the gangs. Yes, so we have that video, and we're going to play that video very shortly with Chris blasting them wicked and wild. Also, Vybz Kartel's son, Little Addy, gave an update to the Jamaica star about his father's health. And trust me, people, it's not looking good. Vybz Kartel art function has been decreasing rapidly. So he's in need of an art surgery or an art transplant. And we're going to get into that very, very shortly. But back to Christmas list. So here is the video of Christmas list blasting fake traditional media for trying to set up his life. So it's very serious, people. So watch the video like right now, and let's get back into it.
Good morning to everyone around the world. My name's Chris. I'm currently on some very serious criminal charges of sedition here in Trinidad. Now, while I was just in jail for the last 6.5 days, this article was published in the newspaper. Saturday Express. Cops take Chris on tour. Canadian YouTuber taken for a drive in Laventil, Eastport of Spain to identify gangs. That's a photo of me in jail. 100% unfactual. No, I did not go on tour. No, I do not work with the police. No, I've never worked with the police at all. 100% unfactual. But here's where we have a problem. Mainstream media should be trustworthy and should have credible resources. They don't. They didn't. Now, if you look at the following newspaper on the very back page, a little paragraph said a mistake was made. And that's it, a slap on the wrist. Where are the sedition charges for this author or this publication? How come I'm going through these charges and they're not? This is a clear, intentional death threat towards me. Never did I publish anything that would incite riots and in this country, city, etc. So I'm asking the public, why me and why not them? This is clear. How come they got the opportunity to just simply say sorry, they made a mistake? I never got that opportunity. I'm locked up in a country that's not my own. Simple question. Where are their sedition charges, Trinidad?
Yes, so as y'all watch the video with Chris basically blasting and calling out fake traditional media, fake traditional news for putting out inaccurate stories about what happened to him while he was incarcerated during his little stint in jail. Chris basically has said how the government and also the security forces allow them to put out inaccurate information and just say, I am sorry. But in his case, he wasn't presented with that opportunity or that option to say, I am sorry, without being charged. Yes, so basically that's what Chris saying. And I am not going to lie, us as YouTubers also, we also put out that information as well based on what traditional media provided us with. So I am also guilty of that, and for that I want to apologize to Chris. And there is nothing we could have done to verify the situation, being that Chris was in jail. No one could reach Chris at the time, and it's traditional Trinidad media. So this is the highest form of media in any country, traditional media. So if they put it out, so we are guessing that they would vet the story first before put it out and verify it, because it's traditional media, right? So that's how we came about that type of content. So that's the reason why we put it out. So I want to apologize in my regards for that. But traditional media, be a thing you go on with. You know, try instigate Chris' life, and we are see it. Everybody has see it. Because when you are going to put out an article stating that police took Christmas list on a tour throughout Eastern Port of Spain. And then alongside that, we see how much allegedly gang members get arrested. That look away. That looks suspicious on Chris End. Only on Chris End too. Because right after Chris went on tour, as they said, the traditional media said, 20 man get locked up one time in a raid. That means that only way a raid happen, you have to have credible information to know when, where, how, and who, and what. You have to have them the line up for do a raid in order for the raid to be successful. And as we know, the raid is successful. You see me? So them basically instigate Chris' life. And Chris has faced serious charges in Trinidad right now. Chris can face up to 5 years in prison if found guilty. Because a lot of people don't know, the charges are not dropped. The charges are still before the court. However, certain condition that Chris was placed on, them get free up. So Chris got back his passport. He's now able to travel, but the charges are still there. So what them are going with a be a foolishness. Yeah man, big foolishness. I'm glad all Chris come talk, come speak and let the world know say him never have nothing to do with that. Because I sure a lot of people thought Chris had something to do with that raid. So it's good for Chris to come out and come let the world know. So we have reached the end of that. So comment down below, let me know what you think about Adidja Palmer, otherwise known as Vybz Kartel, eldest son, gave an interview with the Star about his current health condition while being incarcerated. In an exclusive interview with the Weekend star Little Vybz, in emotional summary of his dad medical report, said that his father state is deteriorating. It is bad. His condition is not getting any better, and that's because of the condition he is being held in, and also the lack of urgency to get medical care. He is on medication, but despite of that, the condition still worsening. So that's another big problem, and because of that, it was recommended by the doctor to go to surgery. So that's a very big deal, he said. In a medical report obtained by the news team dated May the 2nd, 2024, Vybz Kartel doctor stated that the artist has lost 20% of his heart condition, of his heart function from the capacity it was at this time last year, and that put him at a greater risk for a heart attack. His echocardiogram show a moderate decrease in global wall function with an ejection fraction EF of 37%, and EF from 41 to 49% might be considered too low. It does indicate that Mr. Palmer is developing heart failure, which may lead to heart attack. The EF measurement under 40% might be evidence of patient getting closer to the possible risk of heart failure or cardiomyopathy. The report stated it was observed that since last medical examination in June 23, Vybz Kartel had also developed an increase in abdominal girth. Little Vybz said he hoped the court system would have exercised some leniency or this dealt with his dad case with more urgency. Despite his condition getting worse, they are still moving slow. The fact that he needs to get medical attention as soon as possible, but his case is just always delayed, he said. Little Vybz voiced displeasure that despite his father's conviction being quashed and desperate, despite the fact that his sickness continue to get worse, it's like they don't really care. So that's what Vybz Kartel's son said. So leave your honest opinions. You see me? Send up prayer for world boss Vybz Kartel. Still freedom, we say. Most of the world, most of the population want Vybz Kartel free, so him can get the best health care as possible. out of all the things I want Vybz Kartel to be free for, I want Vybz Kartel to be free for this the most, is health. Because without your health, you cannot do nothing at all. So freedom for real boss. Straight. You see me say G can get him proper medical procedures done. You see me say